And he looked at me and he said, "Why?" So this is one of those moments when the importance of culture, of how different worldviews can be and how different values can be, just absolutely punched me in the face. Most of those moments happen to be in India because it is one of the most different and complex cultures that I have ever lived in. In this particular example, I had been on a 6-day pilgrimage by foot, walking across the plains of Karnataka, one of the states in kind of central India. Just me and 5,000 of my closest Indian friends. Now, I had been invited by friends of friends of friends to join this event, which was immediately fascinating and immediately absolutely overwhelming, which kind of summarizes India for me. Because I was the only one who looked like this. And so walking along, every single person who saw me would be surprised, take note of me, and then want to know, "Oh, where are you from? What's your name? Why are you here? Are you having a good time? Where are you from? What are you doing?" And if I wouldn't answer, because I quickly got fed up and would just try to focus on walking and ignore them, they would just follow me and keep asking the same questions. And I hope that it's clear how exhausting it is to have zero personal space, zero mental space, to be answering the same question to different people. So this is a logical fallacy, of course, but it is absolutely mentally exhausting for me, maybe for you, to go through an experience like this for 6 days. And by the end, the group that had kind of adopted me for the last night, they rented this room where it was like 20 people basically stacked on top of each other. And I took one look at it and thought, nope, can't handle that. I don't care how far I have to walk, but I need to get out of the crowd. I need to find a quiet place where I can at least stare at a wall and be in silence and be alone for a while. Which I thought was a pretty universal feeling, except that someone from that group, a young man who had really kind of gotten attached to me, he found me. He was very worried that I had been separated from the group and might be lost or might be in trouble. And so he found me. It was trying very hard to convince me to go and to sleep in the room with everyone else stacked on top of each other. And I said, "I don't want to be rude, but look, I just need to be alone." And he looked at me with, I will never forget this look, with absolute, total incomprehension and almost horror at what I was saying. And he said, "Why?" Because for him, being alone was the worst possible thing. And even in this environment, he could not understand why I would want to be alone at all, ever. That's a very different approach to life. What do you think? And if this topic is interesting for you, then subscribe to follow the adventure.